The buffet with the failing grade is in Hamblen County. Half a dozen critical violations were marked down by the inspector, and the grade is a 69 at Golden Dragon on Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown. 69 is a failing score. A restaurant flunks its inspection if it receives a grade of 69 and below. There has been a follow-up inspection, and that score in just a moment. To begin with, the inspector writes, several employees were eating and drinking at a food preparation table next to the fryer. Employees are allowed to eat and drink in the kitchen, but far away from where food is prepared. A hand sink where kitchen workers are supposed to wash their hands had no soap. A sanitizer bucket where cloths are kept to wash customer tables, it had no sanitizer in it. There's more. When he tested the dishwasher, the inspector found no sanitizer was running through the final rinse, but it's required. A whole bunch of seafood at the buffet hot bar was not hot enough. The temperature read 120 degrees, but 135 and above is the correct hot temperature to prevent people from getting sick. The inspector also found non-food grade containers were being used to store food throughout the Golden Dragon, but only approved food grade containers required to assure wholesomeness. Well, the inspector returned to the Golden Dragon in Morristown. Critical violations were checked, all have been corrected, and the new re-inspected grade is a 90. No second inspections will be necessary at the following restaurants, and here are the best grades of the week. Clean Eats on West End Avenue near Farragut High School, 100. The Public House on West Magnolia in Knoxville, 100. Here's another perfect grade, this one at Honey Baked Ham on US 321 in Lenore City. The Waffle House on Asheville Highway in Knoxville receives a 99. The McDonald's at 9501 Kingston Pike in West Knoxville has a 99. Little Nicky's New York Pizza on Oak Ridge Highway in Knoxville, 99. Baker Boy Pizza Company on North Cherry Street in Knoxville, 99. Here's another 99. This one scored at the Foothills Milling Cafe on Sevierville Road in Maryville. In Athens, Las Chabelitas on Decatur Pike receives a 99. The Olive Garden on Kingston Pike in Knoxville scores a 98. Same grade 98 for Not Watson's on Market Square in downtown Knoxville. Altruda's on North Peters Road in West Knoxville, it too has a 98. Blaze Pizza on Parkside Drive in Farragut has a 97. Rice King on Tazewell Pike in Corrington has a 97. Casa Grande in Crossville scores a 97. And Main Street Eats on Main Street in Sneedville, also with a 97. If your food is not right, what you can do is let your server or manager know. However, if no action is taken, call the health department in the county where you live and report the violation. Usually an inspector would be sent for a surprise visit. Don Dare covering Food for Thought.